Finding the right tablet can be a pain. Depending on your budget and feature set, it can get quite confusing. Thankfully, there's something out there that offers all the bells and whistles for a price that can't be scoffed at. Blackview reached out to me to review their Tab 90 Wi-Fi tablet with 128GB of base storage, up to 12GB of RAM, and an 11-inch screen for around $100. It sure looks like a great deal on paper. But is it? Let's explore the world of budget Android tablets and see if this one is worth all the hype. For those who haven't heard of Blackview, they're quite a big electronics company based in China selling various tech from rugged smartphones to watches, so you could say they have a bit of experience going into this. Minor setback, let's get into this tablet and see if it's any good. Starting off with the unboxing, I wasn't expecting much, peeling off the cellophane to get into the goods and slowly lifting the box to reveal the main attraction. It does have that Apple unboxing experience if you know what I mean. Here we have the Tab 90 Wi-Fi and your usual accessories. You also get a wall adapter, which is seen as a bonus these days, and your information pamphlets as standard. Peeling off the wrapping, here we get a proper glance at this tablet. First impressions are quite good. The tablet has a good weight to it, it doesn't feel too cheap in the hand. With an 11-inch IPS screen, it's plentiful for normal use. Bezels aren't too thick and the overall package is pretty thin. More on the exterior, you get a 13MP rear camera paired with flash, which is a nice touch. The Tab 90 Wi-Fi supports SD card expansion up to a TB and RAM can be expanded to 12GB. More on that later. Anyways, let's set up this bad boy and see what this tablet is all about. The Tab 90 Wi-Fi comes preloaded with the latest version of Android 14, with a custom skin not too far off stock Android. Into the tablet, it was actually quite smooth with fluid animations and a low latency when loading apps. The typing experience was on point with a decently sized keyboard. The 8200mAh battery on the Tab 90 is surprisingly good, with 7 to 9 Wh runtime, and via USB-C it supports 10W fast charging from 0 to 30% within an hour. Let's talk about the camera. This is where many budget Android tablets fail to hit the mark. Fortunately, this is not the case with the Tab 90 Wi-Fi. With precise detail and color, it can take pretty good shots in normal lighting conditions. The camera features a 13MP Samsung sensor, and for it to only be a single sensor, it's doing a mighty good job. For low light situations, the provided flash can be utilized. And for video, here's a little snippet of what it may be like. Here we have a video sample and a microphone test of the Blackview Tab 90 Wi-Fi. Now what everyone has been waiting for, performance. If you remember at the start, I mentioned expandable RAM. Well, not in the way you may envisage. Within software, you can boost the amount of RAM from 4 to 12GB, allowing for more apps to be run at once. Take it as virtual memory, this is essentially what it is, but it's quite convenient how accessible this setting is and something I've not seen in many budget Android tablets. And once enabled, you can take a gander through the settings and visualize the amount of RAM being used up. This does result in a smoother experience when going through the main UI. Now for the CPU, the Tab 90 Wi-Fi bolsters the Unisoc T606, an octa-core chip running a 12nm process. It features 2 Cortex-A75 cores and 6 Cortex-A55 cores running at 1600MHz. In Geekbench 5, a single core score of 360 and multi-core score of 1099 was observed. For the GPU, we yielded a score of 442 with an average FPS of 71.6. But what does this all mean in normal usage in gaming? In Minecraft on medium settings, I didn't notice much stutters or lag when in the built up area. Though not a demanding game, it is nice to see it run at a playable standard. Let's go for something a bit more demanding. In Asphalt Legends, the game ran flawlessly with barely any noticeable stutters to account of. More or less, it provided an enjoyable experience and the colours do pop. More on the colours, they provide vivid, vibrant contrasts with accurate detail, something I didn't expect with a tablet at this price range. Though not an OLED, they provide a great range of colours and blacks don't look too washed out. Overall, a pretty solid result. The speakers on this thing are surprisingly good. Take a listen. They have a good level of bass and are not tinny. Other features worth mentioning are the ability to switch to PC mode. Pretty self-explanatory, it gives you the ability to access your apps akin to a PC desktop layout. This is merely based on your preference, but if you want multiple apps opened at once, then this could work for you. You have your taskbar with similar controls to Windows, so not overly hard to get used to. And of course, if you want to switch back to tablet mode, that's no issue. Overall, it's quite the package for all things considered. Let me remind you, this all costs around $100, give or take. I'll be honest, at some points I did forget I was using a budget tablet, as you really don't notice its flaws. As far as the tablet goes, this is by far one of my favourites for its ease of use, lack of any bloatware and multiple functionality. If you do like the sound of the Blackview Tab 92 Wi-Fi, then check out the description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like and sub would be greatly appreciated. Why not check out some other videos? I'll be back making my usual content, just wanted to see how this will be received. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.